Yo, I'm done.
I deal it.
You good?
Damn, man.
Here's the JADCO sanction Marcus for violating one of the 10 anti-doping rule violations.
You never check the JADCO website to see the list of anti-doping rule violations.
My youth, I don't know, you know.
See why it's important to attend the JADCO workshops, visit their website, and keep up with their social media platforms. JADCO always post about the 10 anti-doping rule violations, and they have a detailed list of violations on their website. As a matter of fact, JADCO will be talking about the 10 anti-doping rule violations on TV right now.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission presents JADCO and you.
If you think we need that thing to make me go a lead, just do it. If you think we...
Did you know that an athlete does not have to test positive to be accused of doping? Doping is defined as the occurrence of one or more anti-doping rule violations. Currently, there are 10 ways in which an athlete can commit an anti-doping rule violation. The presence of a prohibited substance or its metabolites or markers in an athlete sample is one way in which an athlete can commit an anti-doping rule violation. Another anti-doping rule violation is the use or attempted use by an athlete of a prohibited substance or method. If it can be proven by the anti-doping organization that an athlete used or attempted to use a prohibited substance or method, then that athlete can be sanctioned. Evading, refusing, or failing to submit to sample collection is another anti-doping rule violation. This occurs if an athlete refuses to be tested, evades, or fails to provide a sample when approached by a JADCO chaperone or doping control officer. Whereabouts failures is another anti-doping rule violation. A whereabouts failure occurs when an athlete receives a filing failure or a missed test. Once an athlete has committed 3 filing failures and/or missed tests within a 12-month rolling period, then the athlete can be sanctioned. Tampering or attempted tampering with any part of doping control also constitutes an anti-doping rule violation. The possession of a prohibited substance or method is also an anti-doping rule violation. If an athlete or support personnel is found to be in possession of any prohibited substance or prohibited method in or out of competition, then they can be charged. Trafficking or attempted trafficking of any prohibited substance or method is also an anti-doping rule violation. If an athlete attempts to distribute the prohibited substance or prohibited method and is found culpable of this violation, then he or she can be sanctioned. Administration or attempted administration is another anti-doping rule violation. If an athlete is caught administering or attempting to administer the prohibited substance to himself or herself, or even to another athlete, and this can be proven before the independent anti-doping disciplinary panel, then the athlete can be sanctioned. Complicity is also an anti-doping rule violation. If an athlete assists, encourages, aids, abets, or conspires to cover up any anti-doping rule violation or attempted anti-doping rule violation by another person, then they can be sanctioned. Prohibited association occurs when an athlete associates with a person in a professional or sport-related capacity, and this individual is serving a period of ineligibility, meaning that the person is banned from the sport at that time. Athletes and athlete support personnel are encouraged to be aware of the anti-doping rule violations in order to avoid being sanctioned. Once an athlete commits an anti-doping rule violation, they will have a right to a hearing before the independent anti-doping disciplinary panel to answer to the charges of the violation. So get the facts, be in the know, and avoid the risk of being sanctioned. Get more information about the anti-doping rule violations and sanctions by visiting the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission committed to the fight against doping in sport. For more information, contact JADCO's office at 529 South Oden Avenue, Kingston 10. Telephone 929-3500 or log on to jadco.gov.jm. Feel free to also visit their Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter pages. JADCO and You was brought to you by the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.